Do you remember the Trump Bible? Donald Trump last year, while he was campaigning, decided to take time out of his busy schedule of golfing to promote a Bible. And I'm going to play the video for you to start this off, just in case you haven't seen it. This is Trump hawking a Bible that he was selling for a hell of a lot of money.
Religion and Christianity are the biggest things missing from this country. And I truly believe that we need to bring them back, and we have to bring them back fast. I think it's one of the biggest problems we have. That's why our country is going haywire. We've lost religion in our country. All Americans need a Bible in their home, and I have many. It's my favorite book. It's a lot of people's favorite book. In the end, we do not answer to bureaucrats in Washington. We answer to God in heaven. Christians are under siege. We must protect content that is pro-God. We love God, and we have to protect anything that is pro-God. We must defend God in the public square and not allow the media or the left-wing groups to silence, censor, or discriminate against us. We have to bring Christianity back into our lives and back into what will be again a great nation. Our founding fathers did a tremendous thing when they built America on Judeo-Christian values. Now that foundation is under attack, perhaps as never before.
Yep, remember that? And now Trump is honoring the Christian God by dropping bombs on countries just on a whim because he feels like it. But to talk about the Bible thing, the reason I bring that up is because the White House just released information from the Office of Government Ethics, which I didn't know still existed, but apparently it's still there. And they basically filed paperwork that explains how much money Trump is making from his various endeavors. And this is the part of it I wanted to show you right over here. I did it again, sorry. But look at this. So they explain to you like, oh, look, cryptocurrency wallet. He has a licensing agreement with an NFT group for those stupid cards he made. But if you go to 22.5, the Greenwood Bible, this is the Bible that Trump was hawking. And it says whatever the underlying assets, blah, blah, blah. What do we learn from 22.5? How much money he gets royalties from that book? How much did he make from the Trump Bible? Before I show you, because it's about to show you, this is how much of a cut he got from each Bible sold and how much he made entirely. And the answer is $1,306,035. Donald Trump made $1.3 million in 2024. That's what this spreadsheet covers, hawking that Christian Bible and getting a cut of every copy sold. And I want to talk about where did this Bible even come from? Who had this idea? But that spreadsheet that documents the money he's making, among other things, it showed he made over $57 million hawking cryptocurrency. He made $50 million from Mar-a-Lago, the memberships to it, I guess. And he earned a total income of $600 million because when you have no shame, you can fleece people out of anything. But he did make $1.3 million specifically from that Bible. The last time we saw anything about how much he made from the Bible, it was last August, well before the election happened. And at the time, it said he made $300,000. So between August and the election day, and I guess the end of December, he made $1 million more on that Bible. So what Bible is this? If you're not familiar, where did this even come from? This is the thing I want to show you. This is the God Bless the USA Bible, known as the Greenwood Bible, because this man in the photo, that creepy dude next to Trump, is Lee Greenwood, the guy who wrote God Bless the USA. And the story here is hilarious. Years ago, Lee Greenwood was trying to sell this Bible by himself. It was a translation of the Bible. He actually used a copyrighted translation and got in big trouble for that, so he changed it later. So it's the KJV non-copyrighted text of the Bible that reads like something from the 1500s. And it included the text of the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights and the Declaration of Independence and the Pledge of Allegiance. Oh, and by the way, because it's Lee Greenwood, it includes a handwritten chorus of his famous song. And guess what happened after he tried selling that book? Like, nobody bought it at all. Because why the hell do I want a Bible that's like the Lee Greenwood Bible? That looks hokey. And then later on, oh, by the way, he was selling that for, I believe, $49.99 plus shipping. So $50 plus shipping, and like nobody was buying it because why? Why would anybody do that? And then Trump came along and he's like, why don't we slap my name on that Bible and basically call it the Trump Bible? We'll sell it for an extra $10. So now it's $60 plus shipping. And it's available starting March of 2024, which is where that video came from. And nothing else changed. It's just the Trump Bible. And you saw the video. And it was funny at the time because Trump claims the Bible is his favorite book, even though back in 2015, he was asked to name his favorite verse. He could not think of a single one. Interviewer said, are you an Old Testament or a New Testament guy? The answer is obviously New Testament. That's the Jesus part. And Trump said, probably equal, because he doesn't know the difference. And it wasn't clear at the time when he slapped his name on this Bible and endorsed it. It wasn't clear how much of a cut he was going to get from every copy sold. But it was a clear reminder that conservative Christian voters, to them, religion and politics is now intertwined. He is quite literally pandering to Christians, selling them something they already own and could also easily get for free online because he just wanted their money and they're really dumb and he knew they would give him the money. But anyway, so they're selling this Bible. I want to show you one other thing that makes me laugh. I checked this just this week on their website, and it's still there. There's an FAQ on this website, and there's a couple of, is this Bible officially endorsed by Donald Trump? Yes, this is the only Bible endorsed by President Trump. Who's asking that question? Was there any doubt? And does anyone think if there was another Bible that would pay him bigger royalties, he wouldn't just go along and do that one? Whatever. That was interesting. This is creepy at the bottom. What if my Bible has sticky pages? That is, no worries. This is very uncommon with new Bibles that have gold gilding around the edges of the paper. I just like the question. What if J.D. Vance was reading this Bible on the couch? Why would it be sticky? What can I do about it? And they're like, watch this YouTube video. We'll help you out. And then at the very bottom, is any of the money from this Bible going to the Trump presidential campaign? And they say, no, none of it's going to any political campaign. But it does say, God bless the USABible.com uses Trump's name, likeness, and image under paid license from some group. And basically what that means is he gets a royalty from this, but it goes into his pocket, not the campaign, as if those two things are any different. So interesting. I also want to show you, if you haven't seen this before, do you know how many versions of the Trump Bible there are? I was kind of surprised by this because I thought it was just this version up here. Oh no, look at this. There are so many versions. There's the presidential edition Bible for $100. The First Lady edition Bible. I don't know what's different other than the cover, by the way. There's also the Vice Presidential Edition Bible, which I assume has extra sticky pages. What else we got? The Platinum Edition, the Golden Age Edition, as if the gold around the side wasn't enough. All of those are $100 each. The Inauguration Day Edition Bible, in case you want to commemorate that for some reason. And then what do we have? Oh, the Veteran Edition Bible and the Patriot Edition Bible. They didn't change a damn thing, by the way. It's just the stupid cover. Oh, the pink and gold. You know, it's cheaper because, you know, ladies. The Camo Edition Bible, in case you need to use it as a bulletproof shield. And then a signed copy of the Bible for $1,000 plus shipping. Like, they are just milking this as much as they can because they know what you know, what I know, which is that there are so many dumb conservative Christians out there who are like, oh, there are collector's edition of this Bible? I need all of them for my collection. All for a book you know they never read. So this is the Bible that they are selling. I don't even know what else to say about this. I still find it funny that Christians accept Trump as a protector of their faith, given who he is. What is he? A thrice married racist who paid hush money to a porn star he was having an affair with when his current wife was pregnant with his fifth child. He is a convicted, or he's liable for sexual assault. He's the 2 Corinthians guy. He's the guy who bragged about non-consensually grabbing women because he was a celebrity. He lies about everything. He just bombed Iran. He says he doesn't need forgiveness. He held a Bible up in front of a church after his team used tear gas to drive away peaceful protesters. And most of that is from the first term. Like, he's only gotten worse since then. If you think that guy is the best promoter of a book where the main character is like, we should help the least of these, you didn't read the book. And you don't go to a good church, and there's something genuinely wrong with your moral character. I forgot to mention that who's buying these books? You may recall that Ryan Walters, the Oklahoma superintendent of public instruction, wanted to spend $6 million of taxpayer funds to buy 55,000 copies of the Trump Bible. But his office never spent that money, and the legislature wouldn't give him $3 million of that dollars of that money. So he never did that. But Ryan Walters did buy 500 copies of the Trump Bible to use in AP government classes. You may also recall he put up a whole thing of like, I need a publisher to supply us with Bibles for all these schools. And then he put out a list of rules that said it has to include the following: the Declaration of Independence, the Pledge of Allegiance, the Constitution. Like, it had to include all the stuff that just happens to be in the Trump version of the Bible. And the Trump Bible is the only version of the Bible that could meet the requirements in that time. And that's when everyone's like, you're just trying to give Trump a gift so he'll make you Secretary of Education. And then Trump went with the wrestling lady instead. One other thing I found interesting is that Christianity Today asked a guy who is like a Bible connoisseur, what do you think about the Trump Bible as a product? Like, is it a good Bible to purchase? Because this guy would know. And that Baptist minister said it was pretty cheaply made. He said, and I'm quoting here, I would expect this Bible to be maybe $15 to $20 tops. It disappoints me that it's even out there, and it disappoints me that people are making money off of this. This feels more like a money grab than anything else. Yeah, of course it's a money grab. Like, that is an accurate assessment of everything Trump does. He would sell off our national parks if he thought the money would go directly into his pockets. And yet conservative Christians, by and large, do not give a damn that he is using their religion to enrich himself in every way, by the way, except spiritually. But there you go. Trump made $1.3 million off of the Trump Bible so far. And that's a gift that keeps on giving, because he's not stopping hawking that book. I mean, you saw what he said in his speech about bombing Iran. At the end, he tossed in a quick like, oh, thanks, God. We love you, God. Whatever he said. Like, he's not going to stop.